Hey! Yo! Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video. And today we're going to be doing my Andrew Cutter Picks of the Weeks. Now, for those who are new to my channel, know nothing about this video series. Basically, what I do is I take a look at this week in DC Comics. Then I select the comic I enjoyed the most and declare it my Andrew Cutter Pick of the Week. Now, if at any time during this video you see a comic expanded on a little bit further, well, don't worry, I did a review of each and every single one of these in a previous video. All you have to do is go back to my channel and check it out. In addition to that, I'll talk about any news or updates pertaining to myself, my channel, or the world around me. I do have some news for you guys today. So with that said, let's look at this week in DC Comics. And this week, I think, was a better zero week for the month than it was last week. Last week's zero issues weren't as good as I thought they could have been, but this week was a lot better. So we had Batman, and as always with Batman and only with the Batman title, I get all the variant covers, even the ones that have nothing on it, like this. Um, so we have Batman, and again, all these are going to be issue zeros except for Shade. We have Batman Robin, Batgirl, Deathstroke, Grifter, Suicide Squad, Team 7, Resurrection Man, Demonites, Ravengers, Superboy, Green Lantern Corps, and finally the ending to Shade issue 12 of 12. It's kind of sad to see the Shade end because it was a fun miniseries. Like I said, it should have lasted a little bit longer, but James Robinson said in I listen to a few podcasts. The one I listen to the most is probably Comic Vine's podcast. And he said in the Comic Vine podcast that sales just weren't good enough to continue the series, but he does have other Shade stories, which I hope he does because he writes the Shade very well. I kind of wish he did Shade for Earth 2, though. Um, with the exception of Deathstroke's appearance, though, there's no reason why he couldn't do Shade for Earth 2. Just say there's a Deathstroke on Earth 2. So let me just pull out the issues that stood out to me the most. And there were four in particular that I thought were very well handled and stood out the most. And I just enjoyed a lot. And, you know, all the issues this week, with the exception of Superboy and Grifter, were great issues. But Batgirl, Suicide Squad, The Ravengers, and Green Lantern Corps were the best this week. Out of them, the two that stood out a little bit more than the others were Green Lantern Corps and Batgirl. But if I had to say, Batgirl was the more enjoyable of the issues. This did everything that needed to be done with Barbara Gordon to establish who she was and how she became Batgirl, the methodology behind it. You know, it wasn't any tragedy that brought her to become Batgirl. It's not like, you know, Batman's parents died, or Jason was on the streets, or Dick Grayson's parents died. It wasn't a tragedy that made her Batgirl. It was something different. And I think it was very well handled, this story. And I particularly like the last few pages because not only does it give us a glimpse of Batgirl's first year as Batgirl before the shooting, but we also get to see her new 52 costume before the current one, and also we get to see Robin's, which I was particularly glad about. Green Lantern Corps comes in a close second. I think this was a beautifully handled origin for Guy Gardner. And maybe it's because Guy is not my favorite Green Lantern that it might have gone to second place. But it was a beautifully done origin for Guy Gardner. But Batgirl takes the cake. All the other comics like Batman, Deathstroke, they were good too. But I think Batgirl stood out the most for me. So we got some comic news, we got some video game news. First and foremost is, I think most people know about this, but the Wii U can be pre-ordered now. There's two of them. There's the 8 gig and the 32 gig. The 32 gig is $50 more. It's black, but you get more with it. It's just not extra space, but you also get some extra accessories and cables and stuff. For the past 3 months, I've been walking into my GameStop every weekend. They know it, and I blatantly told them that I'm going to do this every week. I asked them if the Wii U could be pre-ordered. Every week. I knew it wasn't going to happen till around this time, but I wanted to make sure because Wii U's are going to be in limited um, release. They're not going to release millions of them. They're only going to release what is pre-ordered, and same with the Wii U games. So if you want the Wii U or you want the games, pre-order them now, and they're limiting how many you can pre-order because it's going to be hot. It's going to be big. So I paid off a good majority of my 32 gig Wii U. I also pre-ordered the Elite controller, the Pro controller, which kind of looks like the Xbox controller, only better. And then I got 5 games pre-ordered right now, I believe. Pikmin 3, New Super Mario U, Zombie U, Batman Arkham City Armor Edition, Assassin's Creed 3. I think that's all I have pre-ordered right now, but that could always change. Um, when Injustice Gods Among Us comes out, I'm going to get that for the Wii U. But I am pumped, pumped, pumped. I can't tell you how pumped I am. You know what? They showed a lot of stuff. They showed a lot of the games that are coming out. Some exclusives too. Like I guess Bayonetta is going to be exclusive to the Wii U. Pretty interesting. But they also showed various other features that you can do. And you can go to Nintendo.com to see these things. Some of the features are like you can plug in any external hard drive onto the Wii U. That's why the gigs are so small with some of them, because you can use any external hard drive, which is great. The games look great. I think the launch looks a little bit more solid than the Wii's launch was, and I am just pumped. And speaking of Nintendo, I got my last Wii game today. Okay, that's a lie because I'm also picking up the Kirby collection and Epic Mickey 2. But I am gonna, for the most part, consider this the last Wii game I'm getting. I got Tatsunoko versus Capcom Ultimate All Stars. Um, I'm not a huge Capcom fighting game fan. You know, when it comes down to Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, I pick Mortal Kombat over Street Fighter. Although I pick SNK over everything. Samurai Shodown's my favorite series for fighting. But I have to say this was, for me, a better game, and I know I'm gonna get flacked for this. I thought this was a better game than Marvel vs. Capcom, and I thought this was a better game than Street Fighter 4. I enjoyed it. It's not so button mashing as Marvel vs. Capcom, but it's a little bit more faster pace than Street Fighter. I felt Street Fighter was actually a slow pace. I play with Morgan and Tanka Man. I think that's his name. I'm still learning the Tatsunoko characters, but he's right there. And I played a bit of it. I'm gonna play more of it tomorrow on D&D Day with my buddies. And it was a fun game. I actually enjoyed it. For the $19 you shell out for it, it's worth it. It's worth it. On to comic news. So apparently the artist from Aquaman is going to be jumping on to Justice League at issue number 15, and Jim Lee's stopping as artist for Justice League, at least for now, because he has a project in the works. And I know everyone thinks it's the new Superman comic coming out with Scott Snyder and Jim Lee. Again, those are just rumors. We don't know anything yet. But he is going to be leaving Justice League for the time being. And then Tony Daniels is going to be doing art for 13 and 14, and then the the artist for Aquaman is going to be jumping on, and apparently Aquaman is going to be crossing over with Justice League a lot for Atlantis story arc. So they showed a promotion picture for issue 15, and from what we can see, the Justice League is changing. 2 members are leaving, Green Lantern and Flash, while we're getting a new member in Captain Marvel slash Shazam! Nothing happened. Black Adam! Nothing happened. Nah. Hey, I wanted to see it was contagious. Who can tell me that was quoted from? Huh? I'll give you points if you can tell me where that was quoted from. Um, but anyways, this is bittersweet for me because on one hand, I wanted the Justice League to stay the core 7. I wanted to say Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Aquaman, Green Lantern, Flash. Uh, I think his best one is those. That's my favorite lineup, to be honest. However, the addition of Captain Marvel is good, and I can understand why they removed Green Lantern for the time being. I think the most essential members of the Justice League right now in the new 52 are going to be Batman and Cyborg. Batman's kind of an anchor for the team, and I think Cyborg shines pretty well on the Justice League. And I think he's going to be like Martian Manhunter, where he's always going to be present. I, to be honest, would almost prefer they remove Superman and keep the Flash on there. Although I prefer they kept the Flash on there in general. It's again, I wish it was the core seven, but this lineup doesn't look bad. If I could tweak it at all a bit, I would remove Superman because Superman doesn't need the Justice League to be promoted well. You could almost remove Superman and put someone on there like the Atom, Ray Chow, not Ray Chow. Oh God, forget his first name. Wow, brain freeze. But have the Atom on there because why not? But it looks good. It looks interesting. I'm interested to see where it goes from here. Moving on to some other comic book news, more from me than anything else. The TMNT micro series is coming to an end, so all I have left is the Fugitoid one to read, and I'm gonna read that maybe tonight. I don't know. I'm gonna go see Resident Evil Afterlife. I need to check the movie times for that because I gotta work at 9. With the exception of the latest 2 issues, because they are in my comic box, I have collected all the IDW Real American Hero G.I. Joe, which is a continuation of the Marvel G.I. Joe, which is done in the Classic Collection. I'm currently on Volume 5 of the Classic Collection. I have Volume 1, 2, and 3 here. 4 and 5 right downstairs because I finished 4 last night. I was reading 5 a bit last night and some today. G.I. Joe is a fantastic comic. Even the Marvel stuff, it's really such a good comic. And I'm going to do a video talking about that once I get done with the Marvel collection. I figure it'll probably take me a month to finish off the Marvel because in about 2 weeks, I did 5 volumes, roughly. Not 2 weeks, about a week. About a week I did 5 volumes. So if you think about it, it'll take me about 3 weeks to finish it off. And then after that, I'm going to jump on to the new series. So I'm pumped because really the G.I. Joe has impressed me greatly with what it had to offer. My 5 favorite G.I. Joes are Snake Eyes at number 1, Scarlet at number 2, Stalker at number 3, uh, Breaker at number 4, and finally Roadblock at number 5. I think those are great characters, and I really do like the G.I. Joe team. Um, Anything else in comic news? Actually, the biggest news was just pre-ordering that Wii U system. I'm so happy I did, and I really should be thanking you guys, deodorant. I really should be thanking you guys because it was the money that I made from YouTube that helped me save up for the Wii U without having to feel guilty that I had to, you know, buy the Wii U. I had to buy my fiance's birthday present, and that was pretty expensive too. But I have my receipt right here, my GameStop receipt, which has my information on the Wii U. I still have about like maybe $20 to pay off, but it's $20. So thank you guys. Thank you very much for watching my videos and providing me with the financial means to pick up the Wii U. You guys rock. I'll think about you guys every time I play the Wii U. I'll think about you guys when I play the Wii U. Chances are I'm going to be thinking about the Wii U. I had an interview today. It went well, and hopefully everything goes good. I hope something comes from it because I need a full-time job. Definitely. But I mean, that's really what's been going on in my life. I have my anniversary and my fiance's birthday coming up, so that's a lot. But I get to play D&D this week because I didn't get to play it the past 2 weeks because of various different things. So yeah, it's been a busy week. Yesterday was just busy as all hell because I was out, I was buying the gift, I was pre-ordering the Wii U, I was getting my information set for the interview that I had today. So it was just a lot of things I had to do. I had to get a haircut, I had to shave. Um, I like beard. I like my beard to a point. So I kind of wish I could keep it, but you're going for an interview, you gotta look the part. Oh, and I've been watching some TNG. I've been watching a lot of season 1 TNG. So been doing that. So yeah, been interesting. Wrestling news: Goldberg might sign with WWE. Oh, and Jerry the King Lawler had a heart attack. I was there for one, not actually there, but I was watching when that happened. That was scary as all hell. That was scary as all hell. And although he's not watching this. King, I wish you the best of luck on your recovery, and I hope everything goes well. We all love you. Be safe, be healthy. Um, but Goldberg signing with WWE, or possibly, if he signs a legend deal, you know what I would like to see? You know what I would like to see? John Cena versus Bill Goldberg at WrestleMania. You know why? One, that would be a very high profile match. Two, it wouldn't be the same match over and over again that we've been getting with John Cena. That they're thinking of doing like a rematch with The Rock. I think it would be good. I think it would bring in a lot of money. WWE, Vinny, you listening to me? Do Cena Goldberg. That would be really fun. Or Cena Lesnar. One of the two would be interesting. But yeah. Um, so that's really all that's happening in wrestling. Anything else? No, not too much else is happening. Just so pumped for that Wii U. I'm just so pumped. I recommend you guys to go to Nintendo.com to check out the stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna end this video here. I do have one question for you guys. For those of you that may read G.I. Joe, I was thinking while I'm reading volumes 1 through 15, I was thinking, do I need to read the Marvel stuff in order to understand everything that happens in this, or can I just jump onto it? Just a question. Let me know if I can kind of read that while I'm reading the Marvel stuff. So I'm going to end this video here. Thank you very much for your contributions, for your help, for watching. Got me my Wii U. And as always, this is Andrew saying peace out for now.